Have you ever wondered why we find it so hard to look within ourselves? It's a question that has puzzled philosophers and spiritual leaders for centuries. Yet, introspection, the art of looking inward, is a crucial ingredient in the recipe for spiritual growth. The journey of introspection isn't always easy. It asks us to confront our deepest thoughts and feelings, to wrestle with our strengths and shortcomings. It's a journey that many of us fear, not because we're afraid of what we might find, but because we're afraid of what we might feel, and that's perfectly okay. It's human. But let's not forget that is in facing these fears that we find the courage to grow. Imagine introspection as a wellspring, a source of energy that feeds your soul. It's like a quiet stream of water, gently flowing beneath the surface of your everyday life. It's always there, waiting for you to dive in, to explore its depths and discover the treasures it holds. Now, you might be wondering, how do I begin this journey of introspection? How do I navigate its currents? Well, we have a compass for you. It comes in the form of a book titled Grace, a beacon of light. The dimly lit corridors of introspection, Unveiled Grace, guides you through thought-provoking reflections and empowering scriptures that nourish your soul and deepen your connection with God. Each prompt in Unveiled Grace is designed to inspire introspection, to encourage you to embrace your thoughts and feelings, to gently nudge you towards spiritual growth. It's like a friend who walks with you on this journey, holding your hand, whispering words of encouragement, and reminding you of your strength. The journey of introspection is a personal one, a journey that only you can undertake. But remember, you're not alone. You have a guide. You have unveiled grace. By looking inward, we can find the strength to grow spiritually. So, are you ready to embrace introspection? Are you ready to dive into the wellspring of your soul? Your journey begins now. If you enjoyed this narrative and are curious about more, be sure to subscribe for more interesting facts and insights. Don't miss out. Reflection is a powerful tool, but do we truly understand its potential? Reflection, at its core, is a process of honest introspection, of looking inward to observe our thoughts, feelings, and actions. It's like taking a step back to view a painting in its entirety, rather than focusing on the individual brushstrokes. When we reflect, we gain perspective. We begin to see patterns, understand our motivations, and recognize the impact of our choices. In the pages of Unveiled Grace, we encounter numerous instances where reflection leads to profound revelations and spiritual growth. For example, consider the chapter on forgiveness. Through deep contemplation, we learn to understand our own pain, to empathize with those who have wronged us, and to let go of the bitterness that chains us to the past. Reflection here isn't just about finding peace, it's about freeing ourselves to move forward. Reflection also fosters increased self-awareness and emotional intelligence. When we reflect on our emotions, we uncover our triggers, our responses, and our coping mechanisms. We also gain insight into how our emotions influence our behavior, our relationships, and our communication. As we peel back these layers of self, we become more attuned to our emotional landscape and are better able to navigate it. Finally, reflection is a powerful tool for personal growth. It's through reflection that we can assess our strengths and weaknesses, celebrate our successes, and learn from our mistakes. It encourages us to be proactive in our personal development, to set goals, and to strive towards becoming the best versions of ourselves. In Unveiled Grace, women are encouraged to reflect upon their spiritual journey, to question, to seek, and to grow. Each reflection serves as a stepping stone towards a deeper connection with God, a stronger understanding of self, and a richer, more fulfilling life. So let's embrace the power of reflection. Let's utilize it to nourish our souls, deepen our understanding, and enrich our lives. After all, reflection allows us to learn from our past, live in the present, and plan for the future. How can ancient scriptures empower our modern lives? This question might seem odd at first, but when we delve deeper, we find that they hold a timeless wisdom, a reservoir of spiritual strength that remains as relevant today as it was thousands of years ago. In Unveiled Grace, we come across empowering scriptures that resonate with our contemporary experiences. These passages don't merely belong to the dusty corners of antiquity, they pulsate with life, echoing profound truths and lessons that can guide us in our daily lives. Let's consider one such scripture. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. This verse from Philippians at its core is about resilience and inner strength. It's a reminder that we are not alone in our struggles, that we have an inexhaustible source of strength within us. In the face of adversity, when we feel overpowered by the challenges of modern life, this scripture empowers us to persevere, to continue fighting the good fight. Another scripture that resonates deeply is, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love, and of a sound mind." This verse from Timothy dispels the clouds of fear and uncertainty that often shroud our lives. It empowers us to embrace the power within us, the power of love, and the power of rational thinking. It's an empowering call to step out of the shadows of fear and step into the light of love and wisdom. And finally, the scripture from Proverbs, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding." This verse reminds us to surrender our worries and doubts, to trust in something greater than ourselves. It's an empowering call to faith, to trust in the divine plan, even when things don't make sense. So you see, scriptures aren't just ancient texts. They are living, breathing messages of hope, resilience, love, and faith. They are empowering tools that can guide us, comfort us, and inspire us in our journey through life. They are like stars in the night sky, guiding us towards the light, even in the darkest of times. Scriptures can provide guidance, comfort, and inspiration, empowering us to lead better lives. What does it mean to nourish your soul? When we talk about nourishing the soul, we're referring to the practice of feeding our innermost being with things that bring us joy, peace, and connection. It's about fostering a sense of purpose and meaning in our lives. It's about creating an environment where our souls can thrive. In the pages of Unveiled Grace, we encounter a remarkable journey of soul nourishment. This journey is paved with introspective reflections and empowering scriptures, each one a stepping stone towards a deeper connection with God. Let's consider a reflection from the book. It asks us, what are you grateful for today? This simple question invites us to pause, to look around, and to appreciate the blessings in our lives. It encourages us to focus on the positive, which nourishes our souls by instilling a sense of contentment and gratitude. Next, we delve into the empowering scriptures. Take, for instance, the scripture from Psalm 23. "The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing." It's a beautiful reminder of God's provision and care. It nourishes our souls by fostering trust and security in our relationship with God. The reflections and scriptures in Unveiled Grace are not merely words on a page. They are meals for our souls, providing sustenance and growth. They ask us to look within, to question, to challenge, and to grow. They encourage us to step out of our comfort zones and to deepen our connection with God. Think of your soul as a garden. The reflections are the seeds, the scriptures are the water, and your introspection is the sunshine. Together, they create a fertile environment where your soul can grow and bloom. So when we speak of nourishing the soul, it's not a one-time event. It's a continuous process, a lifelong journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth. Nourishing our souls is essential to our spiritual health and overall well-being. So let's take the time, let's make the effort to feed our souls with what they truly need. Let's embrace the journey of Unveiled Grace. How can we embrace spiritual growth? This question is at the heart of our journey, and Unveiled Grace provides us with the tools to explore it. Firstly, let's talk about practical steps. Each page of Unveiled Grace is a roadmap to inner peace and spiritual growth. The book guides us through thought-provoking reflections which lead us to a deeper understanding of ourselves and our relationship with the divine. It prompts us to ask questions, to delve deep into our hearts, to seek answers that resonate with our soul. But the journey towards spiritual growth is not always smooth. It requires patience and perseverance. Sometimes the answers we seek may not be immediately apparent. It's in these moments that we must remind ourselves that growth is a process. It's akin to a seed slowly pushing through the soil, reaching for the sun. Patience is our ally here. It allows us to give ourselves the time and space we need to grow. Now let's talk about self-love. It's a term we hear often, but what does it really mean in the context of spiritual growth? It means accepting ourselves as we are, with all our flaws and imperfections. It means recognizing that we are a work in progress, and that's perfectly okay. It means nurturing ourselves, feeding our souls with kindness and compassion, just as we would nourish a plant with water and sunlight. Unveiled Grace teaches us that self-love is not a luxury, but a necessity on the path to spiritual growth. And finally, remember that spiritual growth is not a solitary journey. We grow together, learn from each other, and support each other in our shared quest for spiritual enlightenment. So let's take these lessons from Unveiled Grace to heart. Let's embrace the journey of spiritual growth with open minds and open hearts. Let's practice patience, cultivate self-love, and support each other on this path. Embracing spiritual growth is a journey, not a destination. Let's continue to nourish our souls, reflect, and grow together.